Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. If you are new to my channel, my name is Janice. I live and work in Manitoba, Canada. I actually am a grocery store cashier at a Canadian grocery store chain called Sobeys, and I'm bringing you a very, very small grocery haul, just a fill-in haul that I picked up a few things at Sobeys after work tonight. It is Thursday, May 23rd, and I picked up just a few things tonight at Sobeys after work that were on sale. Very few things had any kind of points offers on them at all, so there's no points earned on this, really, or very minimal. And then I will be picking up some things at Superstore in the next few days, and some of those items have actual PC Optimum points offers, but these are just some things that we had on sale at my work, so I grabbed these after work. This Dr. Pepper was not really a sale price. I believe it was $7.29, but I grabbed this because I live in Canada, and usually these special flavors of Dr. Pepper and different things don't usually turn up here. Usually if we want to get them, usually we have to go across the border into Grand Forks or Fargo, North Dakota to go shopping, so it's kind of nice to see them show up here. So $7.29 isn't the world's greatest price by any means on a 12-pack of pop, but because it's a neat flavor that we don't see here very often, and who knows how long we'll actually have it here. It might be here for a short time and then disappear. So I grabbed one of those. And the 6 packs of bottles of Coke products, these were on for $4. So I grabbed 3 of those for the time being. Diet Colas and Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi tend to be the caffeine of choice for my daughter and I in the house. And $4 for a 6-pack is about as cheap as you see them. But because I'm a Sobeys employee, I also do have a 10% discount every week. 10% off the first $150 spent every week, which I don't usually use that full amount. So any prices I'm reading to you here are before my discount. So those are $4 and then 10% off of that. So it's $3.60 for 6-pack, which is really comparable to anywhere else in the city that would have a sale on them. And then over here, this is another benefit. I didn't necessarily have a lot of points offers, on Scene Plus points offers on this week in the flyer. However, this was something where maybe there weren't points on it, but the Scene Plus card reduced the price. So this paper towel was $14.88, but with the Scene Plus card, $4 off, so $10.88. And then again, my staff discount on top of that. And then over here, I just wanted to get a couple of roasts to put in the freezer. This one is, I forget how much per pound it is, but it was $16.12 for this one, and $17.23. So just to be able to, if I choose to do them in the slow cooker or in a roasting pan, whatever, but just to have some meat in the freezer. I'm noticing in there that there's just, I have some stuff in the freezer, but there's a lot of like frozen French fries and frozen berries and this, that, and the other thing, but not a lot of roasts and stuff in my freezer. So I decided to grab a couple to put in there. And then lean ground beef, this was $19.79. It's supposedly on sale this week, but I believe it is $4.88 a pound is the sale price, which, I mean, thankfully, I do have a little bit of money left on my gift card, and thankfully I have a staff discount, because I think as recently as a couple months ago, if you saw a sale on lean ground beef, the sale price would have been $3.99 a pound, not $4.88 a pound. So obviously this is another sign of things going up in price. I believe it says 1.498 kilograms, so I'm believing it's probably somewhere close to the 3-pound range. I can't do the calculation right off the top of my head, but I think it's going to be somewhere around the 3-pound range, maybe 2.5 to 3 pounds. I usually take these club size packs of beef and divide them up into like approximately 1-pound portions and freeze them flat in my freezer in Ziploc freezer bags. So I'm probably just going to take that and divide it into like 2. So I just decided just to buy one of them tonight, because to me, $4.88 a pound, you know, sure, that's a sale price, but to me that's a higher sale price than what I've used to seeing recently. And I'm just going to hold out. I'm going to get one and try and get maybe 2 meals out of that, and then I'll wait and see if beef goes on sale next week or the week after somewhere else, or either at my store or somewhere else for a better sale than that. So right now I just got the one package just to get a couple meals out of it, and we'll watch the sale prices or watch the flyers the next few weeks and see if it goes on sale anywhere else for a little bit better. So anyway, now I tend to divide these up into what is food items and what is non-food items. So obviously the paper towels are a non-food item, and they were $10.88. I'm trying to bring up my calculations here. I will show you the $4 off on the paper towel. And the only points offers was a 10 points in the meat department. And then my discount was $8.73. That brought my total to, after tax, $75 even. And I still had some money left on that $100 gift card that I purchased a few weeks ago, so I used that up. That was $23.54. So I was out of pocket $51.46. Now, out of that $51.46, $10.88 was non-food. So my total for food items for this order was $40.58. I only earned the 10 points. So I'm sitting at 11,259 points. And when those 10 points hit, that'll be 11,269. That'll take till about tomorrow. Now, every 1,000 points, every 1,000 Scene Plus points is $10. So I'm sitting at the $110 value of Scene Plus points. And then down here for the week, my employee discount, I have $51.57 left of my weekly cap. It goes Thursday, or like the sales go Thursday to Wednesday, but my employee discount goes every week from Monday to Sunday. So it is Thursday now. I'm not planning to buy much more at Sobeys the next few days, so that $51, I probably won't use much of it. Anything else I buy after this will be at Superstore, and that will be in the second half of this video, so stay tuned. Hi again, everybody. It is now Saturday, May 25th. And it's fairly late in the evening. It's 10:42 at night. I worked until 8 o'clock tonight and then went over to Superstore to pick up some items. And I took my family with me, and that may or may not have been a good thing. Just dropped my receipt on the floor. Oh, there we go. I had an offer for this week on my PC Optimum offers where if you spent $200, and it had to be in a single transaction, you would earn 30,000 points, which is the equivalent of $30 in points. Now, either there's a glitch in the system or I screwed up, because I spent just over $200. I spent $213.13 after taxes. My subtotal was $202.88, if I'm reading my receipt correctly, right there. So I should have been over the $200 mark. It will not focus for me here. There we go. So I should have been perfectly fine. But it was literally 9:57 at night when we finished up, and I took a quick look at my app. I was opening my phone, looking at my PC Optimum app, making sure that the points hit, and they did not. And I said, okay, let's go to customer service and figure this out. And of course, I think it was because it was almost closing time. They didn't really want to be bothered and put a heck of a lot of effort into this. But one thing that was suggested was that perhaps what might have been the issue is the fact that I bought milk. Not the 2 containers that you see there. Those are lactose free, but just the regular carton of 1% milk. I'm going to do this portion of the video in a couple segments. Because milk is something that is like provincially regulated, so that might have been an exemption. So I was like $202.88 before taxes, which should have been the minimum $200, but the milk was like $5 and something. So I might have been at like $196 or $197. So if that's the case, I might have been like $5 short. Now I've submitted a points inquiry online through the PC Optimum app, and if it's a mistake on their end, hopefully they'll credit me the 30,000 points, because that's $30 in points I was trying to get. If it was a mistake on my part and I should have bought a couple extra things to cover the cost of the milk because that was exempt, I did not realize that. And if that's the case, that is my mistake, and that is a painful mistake because that's a $30 mistake. And that's lesson learned for next time in that case. And the thing is, I had other stuff in mind. I was thinking, I should go buy a furnace filter, which would have been $17 or $18, and that would have more than offset the $5 something that the milk cost. So I'm kicking myself now. We could have dug a little bit further to verify that. I mean, that didn't sound right, because when I've had these shops before, or a total spend thing and you earn points, I don't remember milk being an issue before. However, usually when I have those total point spends, usually I spend the minimum to get the points and then some. So usually I'm well over. This time I'm like just barely over. It's like you got to spend $200. I spent like $203 before tax. I'm not usually that close. Usually if it's you spend $200, usually I'm sitting at about $230. So it's not really an issue. I've never been that close before. But this time, because it's the second half of the month, second paycheck of the month, it's the one where the rent comes out of, and so it's a little tighter, so I am budgeting a little more closely. And unfortunately, this might have cost me, because if it is my fault, then I lost out on $30 in points. I'll find out probably in the next day or so once PC Optimum emails me back with the results of their points inquiry. Maybe they'll have mercy on me, or maybe it was a glitch. I'm also wondering if it could have been a glitch because I bought Tide Pods, and that was one of my weekly points offers, and I got no points on it. So I am submitting a points inquiry for that too. So maybe it was just an error on their part. but I had points offer on cucumbers and I bought them and I got points on those. So I don't know. Now, the other reason I'm doing this the way I am is because in order to hit the $200 tonight, I wasn't going to make that myself. And so my daughter bought some items and my husband bought some items and then I bought some items. So this is all like 3 different transactions all in one bill. So when the $213 total, that is not all out of my grocery budget. I've done the math and worked out what is what. My husband keeps some money back for himself and buys his own things like these lactose-free milks and whatnot, and some of his own snacks and stuff that he takes to work. So I've totaled up what he spent, and I've also totaled up what my daughter spent. And then of mine, I've totaled up the one item that was a non-food item. And basically, the $213 is going to be minus this stuff, which is my husband's purchase, and minus the next clip, which is my daughter's purchase. And then I'll show you the actual stuff that I paid for. And one of those items is a non-food item. And then I'll tell you how much I actually spent out of my grocery budget for groceries. So from this bill, let me see if I can bring this all down. I kind of highlighted it here. These orange ones here, these are things that are in, those are highlighted ones in orange. Those are my daughter's purchases. These ones are in yellow. These are my husband's purchases. I'm trying to, that way I can keep track of prices and stuff as we go here, or the best I can anyway. So there's a Crave TV dinner here. That was something he wanted to get. There was a limit of one, $2.84, which is pretty cheap, but that was a limit of one on it. So he only got the one. The lactose-free chocolate milk and lactose-free regular milk, those were $6.59 each. He got a bag of President's Choice brand frozen dark sweet cherries. Those were, oh goodness. Where are they? $4.99. A block of lactose-free President's Choice brand cheese. That was, where is it? You know, this really shouldn't be that hard because they're not that much. There it is, $6.79. And then the V8 juices, those were $4.29. These drinks back here, these Storm, Rainstorm, one's peach, one's orange, they were $2.47 each, limited 2, so we bought 2. He bought a lactose-free yogurt. That was $2.64, limit of 1, so we just bought the 1. And then this lactose-free cheese blend, nacho cheese blend, that was $5.49. And then some rye bread, he prefers that for his sandwiches. That was $2.99. So that's my husband's purchases. His items totaled $55.14. So again, I spent $213.13. $55.14 right here did not come out of my budget. That came out of money that he sets aside out of his paycheck to buy his own snacks and goodies and whatever that he needs to use for his dietary needs and for his snacks to take to work. Now, I'm going to pause you and then I'll show you the stuff my daughter picked up and break that down because that's coming out of her own paycheck, not out of my grocery budget. All right, and now we have my daughter's portion of her purchases here. It doesn't look like a heck of a lot, and it's not. But the two elephants in the room, these two gargantuan sunflowers, she had her eye on these. So next thing I know, I'm pushing the shopping cart in the superstore, and she comes in with one of these ginormous things in each arm. I'm like, okay, she's always wanted to have sunflowers outside, so here we go. 2 of these great big things, $20 a piece. So she bought those, $20 each. And then she bought these noodles. One's a chicken flavor, one's a seafood flavor. They were $1.29 each. And then this Gina juice was $1.49 plus 3-cent deposit on there. So I didn't factor the deposit in when I did the total. I just made my list here and I just put $1.49. I probably should have put the extra 3 cents on there, but that's fine. And then of course there's going to be tax on these garden items too. Did not factor that in. I should have. I just wrote down that basically her portion was 20 times 2, so $40, $1.49 for the drink, and $2.58 for the noodles. So basically she spent $44.07, which I should have factored some tax in there because there's 3-cent deposit on the drink and taxes on the sunflowers. I never thought to do that. But basically minus that, not taking the taxes on the sunflowers into account and not taking the 3-cent deposit on the drink into account, her portion of the bill was $44.07. Like I said, that's out of whack a little bit because there should have been that extra little bit on there. But basically, if I don't factor that in, let's see, my husband's portion was $55.14, hers was $44.07. So basically $99.21 of the bill was not mine, and that did not come out of my grocery budget. That means that $139.92 was purchased by me, although, again, that's not completely accurate because there should have been tax on these and there's 3 cents on the drink. But basically, you know, even if you were to take $9 or $8, whatever tax, I mean, basically you're looking at like 105 or whatever that would have been me. But of the items that I purchased, which I'll show you next, there's one item there that was non-food. So I'm going to get my stuff set up and show you that next, and then we can finally just about wrap this video up. We're close to it. Alright, and now for the final part of the Superstore shop. I got suckered in shopping hungry after work, did an impulse buy these chocolate croissants for $4. They look really good. I'm sure they will be. Don't mind my Indian ringneck parrot in the background. He's having a temper tantrum in the next room. I bought celery, as you can see here. I'm trying to see where the price is. I got the produce section. Celery stalks, they were $1.94. And then iceberg lettuce, that was $3.99. I bought a 20-pound of red potatoes. That was $10. They used to be $9. They've gone up a full dollar. This is the one and only non-food item on my receipt. This is $25.99 for Tide Pods. They're not on sale, but I bought them because we're running a little bit low and there was a points offer on them. Here is the culprit at hand, I believe, might be the issue for the, well, I'm probably the culprit at hand. I'm probably the one that didn't realize if this is actually the problem that might have cost me those $30 in points. The 1% milk, this was a 4-liter jug, $5.70 something. I'm trying to find it on here. Please don't disregard my birds in the background. They're just going crazy, even though it's getting late at night. They don't care. They're just singing the song, you know, like they like to do. I'm having trouble finding the milk on my receipt. Hang on, let me just find it. I'll be right back. Okay, so the 1% milk was $5.74, kind of sandwiched right in here in between some other stuff. So I kind of was overlooking it here. I got a 3-pack of cucumbers. Those were on my offers. They're $4. I did get points for those. That's the one thing I did get points on. I was running low on this roasted garlic and red pepper spice. I bought one of those. That is $10.49. No name brand sour cream. I need that for a recipe that I'd like to make. And that was $1.98. And then these I bought, it was an impulse buy, but I bought these with the intent of trying to make up the difference to make sure I hit the $200 mark, because looking at the amount on the screen, we were a little short. So I grabbed these, and like I said, unfortunately, it looks like we still are, you know, just the story of the night. I guess we'll wait and see what the points inquiry shows. But at any rate, I bought these different flavored large Aero truffle bars. These were, how much were they? Oh, they were 2 for $4.50. So one is a brownie flavor, one is salted caramel fudge, one is chocolate mousse, and one is black forest cake. So we'll enjoy them anyway, even though they were an impulse buy. But I mean, they're on sale. So, and then these Mr. Noodles, I don't normally buy these, but I'm planning on putting a couple of these in a care package that I'm sending to someone. These were $5 for $2, so 40 cents each. 1 Oriental, 2 spicy chicken, and 2 beef. Cherries were on sale. I think it was either $2.97 or $2.77 a pound, which is as cheap as they are this time of year. Usually this early in the season, usually they're quite a bit more. So I believe they're $2.97 a pound according to the flyer. So they were $5.96. That's not bad actually for them. Bananas over here in the bowl, I forget how much. I think they're like 79 cents a pound. So these were $2.39. And then grapes, we are out of grapes. They're not on my offers currently. However, we just simply are out, and I wanted to have some in the house. So they were $8 each for each of these. Not the greatest price in the world, £2 each, but, you know, again, just trying to get some produce back in the house. So now my portion, and again, because I probably should have factored some taxes into the sunflowers and that 3 cents on my daughter's drink, whatever. But aside from that, if you take the fact, not factoring that in, her total was $44.07. My husband's total was $55.14. So $99.21 of this bill was not by me. That means of the $213.13, $113.92 was purchased by me. Non-food item, there's only one, the Tide Pods, $25.99. Now there's probably tax on that too, but that's fine. But I'm just going by the base, just simply the cost, never mind any tax or whatever. So if $113.92 was purchased by me, and one of those things, $25.99, Tide Pods, was non-food, that means that of the $213.13 I spent tonight at Superstore, only $87.93 was spent on food. So that wraps up my Superstore haul. Now there's going to be one more segment to this video yet. As I said, tonight is Saturday, May 25th, and I do have a couple of items that I bought last night, May 24th at Sobeys, that I'm going to show you quickly after this clip, and that will be how I round up or wind up this video. So stay tuned, I'll be back shortly with that, and then we can wrap up. Hi again, everybody. It is now May 30th. It's taken me multiple days to get back to finishing this video off. So let me just show you a couple things I picked up. These I actually bought on May 24th at Sobeys. So yes, it's been 6 days since I purchased these, and I'm just now getting around to filming them. Life has been crazy this week between working both my jobs and having to go get a new car because my current car is 13 years old and just keeps going in the shop with check engine lights right, left, and center, and I've just kind of had enough of it. So we went to pick out a car on Saturday and picked it up Tuesday evening. And I had to miss a day of work at the school on Tuesday because I had no car at that point. And so, but picked up a couple extra shifts at Sobeys. So I'm working 5 days instead of my usual 3 or 4. It's been a crazy week. Anyways, I picked these up on May 24th. There's a craft promo going on right now throughout Sobeys, probably Safeway as well. And there's multiple products involved. The Classico items, Classico's pasta sauces were on sale from Thursday last week. This is Thursday, May 30th right now, but from last Thursday to yesterday, our flyers go Thursday to Wednesday, just like Superstore. Classico products were on sale for $3.27. Now, right now there is a craft promo offer on their signage throughout the store, and I think it goes right till June 19th or June 20th. June 20th, I want to say, if I'm remembering correctly. And there's multiple products involved. Classico is part of it, Kraft Peanut Butter is part of it, Cheese Whiz is part of it, some cheese single slices are part of it, there's Philadelphia cream cheese blocks are part of it. Basically, the gist of it is if you buy 5 of any product, and it doesn't have to be all 5 Classico. I could have probably put a peanut butter in there or a Cheese Whiz and made it, you know, 3 Classico and 2 peanut butter or something like that. But you can buy 5 and then you get $10 off instantly off of that, as long as they're part of the participating products. Now, the only catch, though, is you can't do it multiple times in the same transaction. You could do multiple times in the same day. Like, I could buy 5 of these, and then I could do a separate transaction and buy 5 more, and you'd get the $10 off twice. But if you try and do it on the same bill, you can't do that. There's limits to that. And it's not a Scene Plus card holder thing. It is simply something that signage is in the store for all customers, whether you have a Scene card or not. So the Scene card is not a condition of the promo. So what I did, some of the items, like, I wouldn't have minded getting some of the peanut butter, but they were on sale last week too, but for $5.77 a jar, which to me wasn't the greatest. I've seen them for less than that. So I opted just to bypass that for now and just keep an eye on the flyer this week and next week and the week after, because I believe this whole thing runs to June 20th. So some of the items, like the cream cheese, I'd love to get a few blocks of those and put them in my fridge or my freezer or whatever and have them on hand for when I make taco dip or cheesecake or what have you. But they were over $5 a block. They were regular price. So I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. Even with my 10% discount, I've seen them cheaper, like more like $3.99 or something. So no. And even Kraft Peanut Butter, $5.77. I've seen them as low as $3.77. Now, mind you, prices have gone up, and so sometimes what was a good sale price before is no more. But still, $5.77, even with my staff discount and even with getting that $10 off, to me seemed a little bit much. I want to wait, see if it's on. They probably won't be on sale again this week, but maybe next week. I just kind of want to keep an eye and see what comes on sale when. But for right now, last week, these were on sale for $3.27 each. So they not only could you get the $10 off, but you could take extra advantage of it because they were a sale price. So at $3.27, 5 of these came to $6.35. And then I get my 10% staff discount over and above that. So that was a really good time to do it. So this is what I bought. Sorry for all the bird noise in the background. My parrots know that I'm home, and they figure it's probably feeding time at the zoo. Little do they realize it's 2:42 in the afternoon, and I have to leave in 48 minutes to go to work at Sobeys again tonight. I bought 2 jars of fire roasted tomato and garlic pasta sauce, 2 sweet basil marinara, and 1 tomato and basil for $3.27 each. That's $6.35, and then my discount over and above. The Crave dinners, this is not one of those craft $10 off deals. However, there was a separate offer on these where if you bought 6, you'd get 1,000 scene points, which equates to $10 in points. I did buy 6, but remember, this purchase was on May 24th, and I'm billing this on May 30th. One of them got eaten in the meantime. So there were 2 of these double sausage and bacon loaded tots, but one got eaten. The box is no more. I was intending to hang on to it just for appearances to put in the video, so it would look like there's all 6 boxes, but it got tossed in the recycling bin. 2 boxes of the steak and eggs with roasted potatoes, and 2 cheesy loaded potatoes with Angus beef and bacon. They were, I believe, $3.99 each, so not really a sale price per se, but I did get the 1,000 points. So let me show you here if I can find... Let me find what I got here. Break this down for you a little bit. Okay. Got the $3.27 for all the pasta sauces. And then the Crave dinners were $3.99. You can see I earned 1,000 points for buying 6 Crave dinners. And $27.72 was my total. You can see I got the $10 off the craft bundle offers. So this $27.72 would have been $10 more if not for that. So the seating points, the 1,000 points for the Crave dinners, $10 off the pasta sauces, and my staff discount was $2.57. So I'm paying $27.72. I was going into this with 11,279 points, and I earned 1,000, which now have hit my account. So I'm now at 12,279 points, which means I am at the $120 points level for Scene Plus points. So not too bad. And now before I end this clip, a quick update on my Superstore purchase from the other night where I was questioning why I did not get all my points. I submitted a points inquiry, one for the Tide Pods because I know that was on my regular offers for the week, and then also a separate points inquiry for the 30,000 points because it was supposed to be 30,000 points if you spent $200, and I had spent, my total was $213. But there was one of my purchase, there was one item in there that was non-food, I believe. I'm trying to remember, this was also several days ago now. But my subtotal was $202. So I thought I had just made the $200 mark, did not get the 30,000 points. I thought, oh shoot. And the thing is, I kind of was kicking myself because had I gone and bought dish soap like I was supposed to, but I forgot to write it on my list, that would have probably bumped me up a little higher. And if I'd gotten a furnace filter like I intended to, that's $17 or $18 there. That would have also bumped me up a little bit. I think I cut it just a little too close because you had to have the $200 minimum to get the 30,000 points. And with my subtotal being 202, I was cutting it a bit close. So I think that was kind of my own fault. I'm not usually that close. Usually if I have to spend $200 or $250, I try and spend a good $20 or whatever more to just make sure that I'm well there. Because if the milk was the issue, because that's what people said, well, it's provincially regulated, you can't redeem PC Optimum points for milk, so you probably can't earn points on it either, then if that's the case, then I was kicking myself. So I submitted a points inquiry for the Tide Pods. I did get the points for that, but I thought, oh, I'm probably not going to get that 30,000 points because it had been several days. But let me find on here, I know I did get it. Let me find where it is. Gotta find where the transactions are here. Transactions. Okay, here we go. So this was the original right here. May 25th, all I got initially was 400 points for the cucumbers I bought. Then the points adjustment of 2,500 points for the Tide Pods. Great. But then finally, May 27th, 3 days ago, they awarded me, no, not 3 days ago, 28th, Tuesday, they finally awarded me the 30,000 points for the $200 spent. So I'm very relieved about that because that puts me, that was $30 worth of points. Had they said, nope, you don't get it, you didn't qualify, that's $30 in points I would have lost. So I'm very happy that I got that. So that puts me at, what is it? 198,474 points, which means I'm at the $190 mark of PC Optimum points, or just actually less than 2,000 points away from having $200 in PC Optimum points. So not bad. I'm sitting at 120 of Scene Plus points and just shy of $200 in PC Optimum. And I have one more clip to add in here of a couple items I bought at Superstore the other night, and then I can finally wrap up this video and tell you exactly what I spent for groceries in total for the month of May, because this is now May 30th, so the month is officially over as of tomorrow. All right, and this is my last grocery purchase for May. This was at Superstore, and I bought these on, what was the date on this? Oh my goodness. It was the 24th, no, 27th. So that was Monday. So I stopped in after physio, I guess it was in the evening, as I have physiotherapy usually Monday, Wednesday evenings. If I had realized that my husband needed me to pick up mini cucumbers, I would have done that when I did the grocery shop last week, because there was points on my cucumbers. But because I bought a 3-pack at that time of full-size English cucumbers, that's all I got points on. So had I realized that he wanted mini ones, I would have bought them then, and that too would have also eliminated some of the kerfluffle about trying to get to the 200 points mark, but whatever. So I didn't get points on these because I bought cucumbers once already this week, not knowing he needed these. So yeah, when something is on your PC Optimum offers, you can buy it once. You can't go in multiple days and do it again and again. But he needed those, so I picked those up. They were $6.99. I bought some pizza pops that night. I was shopping hungry after my physio, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know if there's a plan for supper or not, so I just quickly grabbed one box of these for $3 and a bag of chips. These were $4.29. If I had been taking a little bit more time, they were actually 2 for $7.50, so it would have been cheaper to buy 2, but I was in a hurry. I mean, physio was at 8 o'clock at night. This was almost 9 o'clock. I just wanted to get in and get out. Grab something to munch on for supper. He wanted mini cucumbers and mandarin oranges, and I just wanted something to snack on. So that was that. So $3 for the pizza pops, $4.29 for one bag of chips, $6.99 for the mini cucumbers, and then he wanted mandarin oranges. So this was a 3-pound bag, and that was $6.88. So my total, $21.67. No points earned at all on that particular order. No points redeemed. So at that point, I was sitting at 168,474 points, which was the $160 mark of PC Optimum points. That was Monday, May 27th. But then on May 28th, they credited me the $30 in points. So now, as I told you in the last clip, I'm sitting at 198,474 PC Optimum points, which is about less than 2,000 points shy of the $200 points mark. Okay, so that is it. So after this, I will give you a quick breakdown of what I spent for the entire month of May on groceries. Stay tuned. All right, guys, it's time to finally wrap up this long video. Sorry it got so long. It's just, time has gotten away on me. It's already it's already June 4th. And I'm just now wrapping up this May video. So but life has just gotten nuts between working 2 jobs, buying a new car, going to physio. Like, it's just been a little bit crazy. So I'm finally going to wrap this up here. So what did I spend in total for the month of May on groceries? May 1st, I had a Superstore purchase of $35.59. $2.97 of that was groceries. Only $2.97. That was 1 head of lettuce. I'm just counting grocery items, not pet food items, not toiletries, not household items, just groceries. May 1st, I had an $8.98 purchase at Sobeys. That was all groceries. May 6th, I spent $82.31 at Superstore. $55.95 of that were groceries. May 9th at Sobeys, I spent $66.48. Only $41.41 were groceries. May 9th at Sobeys, that was the one. That was the $66.48 on May 9th. May 11th at Superstore, $139.83. $100.92 of that were groceries. May 11th, I also had a second transaction at Superstore, $9. That was groceries. That was the microwave popcorn that I forgot on the first transaction. I had to go back in and get it. May 13th, $47.19 at Superstore, $25.73 of that were groceries. And May 14th, $9.98 at Sobeys, all groceries. $2.97, $8.98, $55.95, $41.41, $100.92, $9, $25.73, and $9.98. That gave me a total of $254.94 spent on groceries by May 14th. Second half of the month, May 23rd, I spent $75 at Sobeys. $64.12 of that was groceries. The rest was not. May 25th, I spent $213.13 at Superstore. That had a couple moving parts to it because there was $55.14 that my husband paid on that bill for his items, $44.07 that my daughter purchased of her items, and $25.99 I paid for, but was a non-food item. So $55.14, $44.07, $25.99 of that bill were not grocery items. $213.13 of that, $87.93 was groceries. That's all from May 25th. May 24th, I spent $27.72 at Sobeys, all groceries, and May 27th, $21.67 at Superstore. All of that was groceries. So my totals, I spent $2.97, $8.98, $55.95, $41.91, $100.92, $9, $25.73, $9.98, $64.12, $87.93, $27.72, and $21.67. For a grand total of $456.88 on groceries in the month of May. I feel like that's not too bad for a family of 3, especially with prices being what they are, but that's also because I shop the sales, shop the points offers to save points up all year to use at Christmas, and of course take advantage of my employee discount at Sobeys. So under $500 for the month of May for a family of 3. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you subscribed if you haven't already done so and your notification bell is turned on. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like and a thumbs up. Well, give it a thumbs up, which is a like, I guess, and leave a comment down below so I can get to know you a little bit better. And yeah, make sure you're subscribed. I've already, as I'm filming this right now, I've already done a grocery shop today, my first grocery shop of June. So that video will be filmed, will be filmed next and edited and hopefully up in a couple of days. So do make sure you subscribe with your notification bell turned on so that you'll see my first grocery haul of June in a couple of days here. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you're having a wonderful spring. And yeah, stay tuned because we'll see you in the next video. I hope everybody's having a great week and a great start to their spring, and we'll see you next time. Have a great week, everybody. See you soon.